evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the moment we have all been waiting for more than 2 decades. Tonight, you will be part of history, the North American reveal of the all-new Land Rover Defender.
Since its launch in 1948, the series Land Rover and Defender models have built an undisputed reputation for their ability to conquer the most arduous terrains. So the new Defender is respectful of its past, but it isn't harnessed by it. It's a compelling vehicle that has design and engineering at its very core. So this is the new Defender 90 3-door. Its distinctive silhouette is a modern interpretation of the originals. Its proportion has been optimized to deliver a well-balanced design and supreme capability. This is the toughest, most capable Defender ever created. So this is the 110 version. It's a 5-door version. It measures just under 15.5 feet. That increase in length has been added between the wheels to accommodate the extra doors and the interior, increase the interior space for the third row seating. Now, with that increase in overall length, it still maintains a very well-balanced design. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new Defender family created for the 21st century with state-of-the-art technologies, hybrid electric powertrains, and over-the-air software updates. These new Defenders are as connected as they are capable and fitting successors to the pioneering originals. The new Defender is going to be a movie star. Yes, Ralph, a movie star. Fitting as we're just down the road from Hollywood. A brilliant way to showcase its capabilities in the latest jaw-dropping James Bond movie.
So after 2 decades, the Defender is back.
Today we're in LA and we're launching the new Land Rover Defender family. And today we're going to be talking to the key members of the press in America, because this is the first time that the Defender's been here for over 20 years. We stopped production of it over 20 years ago. Later tonight we're going to be bringing a lot of customers here to see the car for the first time. So it's very exciting. Of course, America is a very important market for us. I'm very proud to be revealing this vehicle full stop. You know, it's a global vehicle. It represents the work of many talented designers, engineers that work tirelessly to bring this fruition. So I'm very proud to be representing them. We talk about the 90 to begin with, the 3-door. First of all, if you look at it in side view, it does have a very distinctive silhouette, which is a modern interpretation of the original. Its proportions have been optimized to achieve a well-balanced design, but also achieve supreme all-terrain capability. So very short rear overhangs, front and rear, and a high sill. Its line work has a horizontal emphasis, lower roof line, waistline, shoulder line, which is contrasted by the sheer verticality of the rear, upright nature of the front. This is to give the vehicle a planted appearance, purposeful. When you look at the front of the vehicle, its face communicates strength and confidence, which is as emphasized by the very clean, reductive, modern grille design and bumpers, and then those beautiful, simple geometric forms of what are very technical headlamps. Beautifully sculpted front fender, which runs a whole length of the body side and emphasizes the clean body side section. Moving to the rear, the most noticeable thing is the sheerness of the cut-off at the rear, which is done to minimize the rear overhang. And there's a strong corner also to aid aerodynamics and emphasize its strong shoulder. You'll notice a spare wheel is fitted to the back because it's a Defender, and that again maintains that rear overhang. And the simple lights, geometric lamps at the back, they really communicate the simple, honest, no-nonsense design that Defender is all about. That's the 3-door. The 5-door measures, in American terms, it measures just under 15.5 feet. So it's an increase in size over the 90, which is about 14 feet. And that's been done to give you the extra door, the 5-door, and to accommodate a bigger package to give you 3-row seating. It still maintains a very well-balanced design, and in every other respect, the 3-door and the 5-door are the same design. We have a very defined design philosophy, which is at the core of everything we do, whether it's a Range Rover, a Discovery, or a Defender. So when it came to designing the new Defender, and of course there's great anticipation for it, it was really a case of following that design strategy, recognizing the fact that the Defender, was designed and engineered many, many years ago, because this was about creating something for a new generation, something that was relevant and modern. So it was a case of looking back at the old Defender and acknowledging it, but being firmly pointed forward. It's about taking its essence and capturing it in terms of a modern interpretation. Our desire is always to get the balance between excellent design and engineering integrity, and that could be reconciled, and I think the Defender is a very good example of that. When you look at the proportions, they're optimized to give you a well-balanced, attractive design, but they also give you supreme all-terrain capability. The new Defender is, we're not going to suddenly start designing our Range Rovers or our Discoveries in a different way. This is the DNA for Defender, and that will evolve as time goes on. We've got an established design direction for Range Rover, which you're starting to see that manifest itself in the Velar and the new Evoque, and you'll see it in the next generation Range Rover. The Discovery can probably become more defined now that the Defender is here. So there's specific design DNAs for each that evolve naturally. We've worked with the Bond movie franchise, and really we haven't done that much to it because this vehicle is incredibly capable anyway. It's the toughest, most capable Land Rover ever built. And I think when you see the film when it eventually comes out and you see what they do with the Defender, you'll see that what I've said there is absolutely true.
Last night we introduced a new Defender in the US, Los Angeles Automotive Show. And it was sensational, the response, the attraction, the power in the hall was just accelerating. The vehicle is really very, very well received and created a hype. We are bringing back the Defender to US after 22 years. And we bring back a Defender which is unbelievable, capable. It stands out. It's a category of its own. And the US dealers, medias, but also customers did recognize that there's something really special. The Los Angeles Motor Show, especially this year, where we introduce the Defender, but also the Velar, SVA. We have the F-Pace there as SVR version, but also the new XE is very important. US is the biggest market for Jaguar Land Rover, and therefore we want to also show the whole portfolio of Jaguar and Land Rover to show potential customers that they can stand out with very special premium products from our brand. One of my hard days in the business, I had to stop the production of the old icon, the old Defender. And so I'm more than proud now to reintroduce the new Defender, even so more capable, but nevertheless incomparable. And at the very first glance, you see the silhouette, you see the DNA features of the old one. You immediately know that's a Defender. And we have developed Defender for the modern world, for today and tomorrow, for the digital world. Mild hybrid, PHEV, and always connected. It's no question. Defender will be a star of the show, and Defender will make its way in US. The XJ has written history. The XJ is the flagship. And we have already shown in Frankfurt at the motor show that we are going to develop the next generation of the flagship, a fully electrified XJ. And therefore, the current XJ will be a collector's item. It's something very, very special. And therefore, this very special edition, also for the US market, in limited numbers, will find its way. The US is the biggest market for Land Rover, but also Jaguar. And therefore, the premium market in the US gives us a lot of opportunity to grow also in the future. It's a solid ground for us, and therefore we are really eager to develop this market even better. We have introduced the I-Pace and have still more than 200 patents pending on the I-Pace earlier than anybody else. The first premium electric vehicle gets awards all around the world. Global Car of the World, triple awards, but also the Golden Steering Wheel in Germany just a week ago. And that shows how advanced, how the technology is being seen also from customers, from the readers of magazines and the juries. We have really done a very special job here, and I say thank you very much to the team who have developed these kind of advanced vehicles. And this kind of strategy we are going and following up. We will introduce more of these electric vehicles, learning out of every and each approach, out of Formula E, out of the E-Trophy, but also we have taxis running in Munich or in Berlin, for instance. We create and receive all the data, and we will make even better products electrified in the future.
He's like still like happy to like.
Oh, Mr. Warren. I was like, this was like 20 years ago. I was too young.
Here, which is not.
The premium market in the US gives us a lot of opportunity to grow also in the future. It's a solid ground for us, and therefore we are really eager to develop this market even better.
LA and Southern California are one of our biggest markets in North America. So this is a critical show for us to be able to really connect with the customers and get the Defender in front of as many people as possible.
We are bringing back the Defender to the US after 22 years. Last night we introduced the new Defender in the US and it was sensational. It's no question. Defender will be a star of the show.
It's a great swan song for the current generation of XJ. As Jaguar Land Rover, we've got a huge commitment that every product line that we launch from 2020 and beyond will have some form of electrification. Perfectly suited to here, being based on the V8, which has always been one of our top sellers in North America. And it's a great special edition just to help the XJ stand apart in its final year.
And the US dealers, medias, but also customers did recognize that there's something really special.
I think the new Defender is a beautiful car. I'm a big fan. The performance was amazing. It was so good to just hear him completely acoustic, just him and his guitar and his voice filling out the whole room. It was great, and he sang one of my favourite songs, Waiting on the World to Change, so I was happy. I put it on my Insta story. There is going to be an album in 2020, and that's why I'm out in LA now, because I'm finishing it off. I've picked the songs. I'm working on them with my producer to get them all finished. So I'm very, very excited because it feels like my favourite album that I've ever done. So at the moment the focus is just finishing off the album, and it's a different sound, it's more stripped back, it's very authentic to me and I love it. But apart from that, I'm going back to London to start filming The Voice Kids again soon. And then after my new music's out, I'm going to do some shows, which is my favourite part.
Meghan Duggan, captain of the Olympic-winning gold medal ice hockey team. Oh my gosh, my first impressions. First of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, this is a fantastic event. Everyone's really excited about it, and I think the thing I took away from tonight is very customizable for all sorts of people and all different types of activities. Personally, to me, Land Rover means family. I think since I've been kind of working with the brand, I feel like I've been welcomed in with open arms, and they've been a great family to be a part of. But also, you know, these vehicles are so versatile. Throw in everyone in your family. They mentioned, you know, a seat for your dog and everything in this new Defender. So, yeah, it's a real family-oriented brand to me. My plans personally, about 6 months pregnant right now, so super excited to welcome that in 2020, my first. And continue a great relationship with the Jaguar Land Rover brand, and you know, hopefully pop into a Defender once it comes out.
Oh, being a Brit, it's a big part of our heritage. So, you know, it's big. You asked me if I was going to do this 10 years ago, I would have just been like, what? So it's just that, it's overwhelming, amazing, and exciting, and being a part of it is makes me feel more British in America.